Once one door opens up, other doors will open up for you. Now, what do I mean by that? It means exactly what it is. It's like when you apply for a job and you can't get a job because you need experience, but no one's going to hire you without the experience. So, that's the theme with a lot of, and I'm specifically talking about entertainment. I'm talking about comedy, podcasting, and acting. Basically, I was watching one of the better known podcasters. A lot of podcasters, they have a name for themselves because they already were, let's say, on a news station, or they were already on a radio station. So they took their following, they took their popularity, and they brought it to, which is a genius move. But he was just talking about how, like, he watches other podcasters and they don't want to admit that they watch his podcast. I should only have that problem. I wish I had that problem of other podcasters sneakily watching but they don't. They don't pay me any mind. Other podcasters are totally oblivious to my existence. I'm just not popular. I'm not cool. But I guess the whole point of this is, in order to get any followers in anything, comedy, podcasting, or even to get once you bust down one door, once you make a name for yourself in one of these departments, then doors open up. But that's the problem of trying to get past the gatekeepers, or get accepted, or get people to like you in one of those areas. Because I've been hanging around comedy for 20 years. And yes, there are established comics who support each other, and they sit around, they're guests in each other's podcasts, and they pose for pictures with each other backstage with their arms around each, because they got to that level, because they broke through the BS. But if you're on the grunt level, like myself, in the basement, in the open mics, no one's going to put their arm around you. No one's going to walk up and say hello to you. No one's going to pose for a picture for you. No one's going to ask you to be in the show. No one's going to want to come on your podcast because they're not going to watch your podcast. And no one's going to ask you for a guest on a podcast, because it is what it is. Once you bust down doors, then, look, here's another example. A well-known professional football player, right, that we all know, him and I believe, and his brother, started a Now, they don't even need the goddamn money. They're already popular. They got chicks, millions of dollars, well known. God knows where else. And they have to come to podcasting and make money and have guests like they needed it already. I think I need it more than they do, but that's the truth. They busted down one door. I don't think it's fair. They made their money in football. They broke their ass in football. Yes, they deserve to make all the money they can in football and get all the attention and all the notoriety. But why do they get carte blanche to do everything else just because they excel? So that means that maybe I should get a spot on the football team because I happen to be good at podcasting. No, it's not fair and it's not right. But life is not fair. And despite all my bitching and my complaining and my crying, I'm still here. I'm still showing up. I'm still using my voice. I'm still talking. No, people don't like me. No, I don't get any gigs in comedy clubs because I can't fill up full room and no one's going to recommend me. I can't get anybody to want to watch my podcast, but I'm still going to do it because I have a voice and nobody can tell you no until you stop yourself. So anyway, that's all I got to say. Enjoy your day and do something you enjoy doing today.